Hi guys, it's Crystal with Design Bundles. Today I'm going to show you guys how to use Cricut Design Space with your cell phone. So let's go ahead and get started. Today I'm using the iPhone. Once you have downloaded Cricut Design Space and you've already signed in, this is what the very front's going to look like. You're going to see some already made projects. You've got a home button, your canvas, and then you also have your little face right over here. This is where you can change in between your machines, so you can choose your Joy and all of those kind of things. Today we're going to be using the Cricut Joy, so I'll click it here just like so. All right, so as you can see from categories, you can find your projects that are in the cloud and all of those things right from this drop-down menu. So the very next thing that you can see here is the new project. So if you hit new project, you're going to get a blank canvas. All of your buttons are going to be right down here at the bottom of the screen. This is going to be where your uploaded images are, edits, and all of those things. So you're going to be able to access your layers. You can see the Make It button right here on the right. You can see the Save button right there, and then you can switch once again between Home, Canvas, and your mats. So let's go ahead and scroll back over here and go to Uploaded Images. We're going to go to Open Uploaded Images. This is where you can choose some already uploaded files that you may have. So I'm going to choose this one right here and hit Insert. All right, so if you pinch your screen just like this, you can zoom into your project. And then if you click on it, this is where you're going to be able to resize it and things like that. So if we scroll over, we can go to Edit, and from here, this is where we would change either the color or the size. So here we can click on a different color, and then we would hit Apply, just like so. So we're going to go ahead and click that again and change it back. Now, if you click that same area once again, that's also where you can change it from a cut to a draw file. So we're going to go ahead and leave it as a cut file. All right, so if we go ahead and scroll over just a little bit, this is where we're going to change our dimensions. You can also rotate it and flip it and all of those things from this edit as well. All right, so let's go ahead and find our dimensions for our little onesie. Now for today's project, we are making this super cute baby gown, and I think around 5 inches. This is what I'm initially going to go with. I'm thinking around 5 inches wide, and then we'll figure out how high that's going to give us. So what I like to do is go click on the width here and just type in 5. Then you can just click anywhere on the screen. All right, so once again, if you pinch your screen, you can bring this down without messing with your size. You're just, bringing your screen down. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and look at this again. So it's gave us, our dimensions for the height here. So I'm just kind of looking at it and saying, does this look okay? So I'm thinking that looks good with me. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is we're going to go ahead and lift it back up. And I notice right away that whenever I go to my layers here, you see your little layers, that everything is separated. So what I want to go ahead and do is select everything. And then we're going to go to our Actions tab. So we're going to click on Actions, and then you can either choose, group or ungroup, weld, or attach. So all I need to do here is attach it. So we're just going to go ahead and click Attach. I want this to cut out in one design and not several little pieces. All right, so you may notice here we're getting a warning. So if you click on this, it'll give you the information you need to know. So it's telling us we can't cut no wider than 4.5. So what I need to do is change this. So I'm going to look at it and say, okay, well, is 4.5 going to be okay? Is it too small? I think it's okay. Still looks good. So let's put in the 4.5 and see what it gives us high. So we'll type in 4.5. Click on the screen, and then now it's gave us almost like 5.5 high. So I'm going to look again and say, does this look good? I think everything is going to be perfect. So let's go ahead and get ready to cut it out. So let's go ahead and click Make It. So right down here at the right corner. Now you can cut this without the mat or on the mat. I'm going to tell it without the mat because we are using Smart Iron-On. Now this is your screen you're going to get here. So as you can see, we can click this button right up here on the left. This is where our mats are. So if you have several, you'll be able to scroll through those. You can mirror right here. So if you click this button, we're going to turn that mirror on. And you can also change from here whether you want it on the mat or off the mat. All right, so we're going to click out of here, and then we are ready to go. So we're going to hit Continue. For my material here, I'm going to choose Smart Iron-On, and now we're ready to go. Now, there's no buttons on the Cricut Joy. We'll do that from here, or unload, cancel, and go. So let's go ahead and go over to the Cricut Joy and get ready to load our material. So this is what our material looks like. It is Smart Iron-On. If it is smart, it does not have to have a mat. So that's really cool in itself. Now, I'm not going to cut mine down to that 7 inches. I'm actually just going to enter the entire roll at one time. So that way I can cut it afterwards. So it's a step I can avoid. All right, so here's our material here as you guys can see. So we're going to put the shiny side down and we're going to have the matte side up. So we've already mirrored everything. We've inserted it. It's automatically going to pull it in by itself. And as you can see, now we have a go button. We're going to click go and it's starting to prepare and the machine's going to do the work for us. So it's going to go ahead and just start its cutting journey. So it'll go ahead and go through here and cut everything out. Now, once again, there's no buttons on the Joy. So as soon as it's done cutting, you're going to get an option on your phone to unload it. So now we are ready to weed it out. We're going to go ahead in the meantime and start our easy press or your heat press, so that way it's starting to heat up. I've got this set at 315 for 30 seconds. And then we're going to go ahead and quickly weed this out. So I'm just going to quickly go through here. If you ever notice that you need help weeding, you can just hover your easy press. Don't stick it to it. Just hover it over it for a few seconds to heat up that HTV iron on, and it will peel a whole lot easier. Now for me, I'm not having any problems here. Just wanted to go ahead and give you that tip. Sometimes if you are dealing on a cold countertop or cold weather, your vinyl will get cold, your iron-on will get cold, and so you may need a little bit of help. But there it is. How super cute is this design? I absolutely love it. Adorable. It would be cute in orange HTV as well, or even like a glitter or a flock. Flock is where it feels like a fuzzy. That would be cute too. Our first step, we want to go ahead and pull out any sort of moisture that may be in our t-shirt, as well as just smoothing everything out. So you just want to do that for around 15 seconds or so. Now, this design here is actually 1 credit. If you guys are a Plus member, you can get this for 1 credit right now. Super adorable, and there's several to choose from. Now, this would also be cute on a black t-shirt in like a neon orange or something like that. Be cute as well. All right, so we're ready to go. I'm going to just trim down this little piece so that way it don't get in my way. So it's just a little bit of excess I want off. All right, now, since we're using smart materials, sometimes it wants to bow up on us and it don't want to lay down flat. So I'm just going to use some heat tape here to hold this down. So make sure it's heat tape. This is Cricut heat tape. And I'm going to go ahead and just add 1 piece to the top and 1 to the bottom. So when it comes to a baby onesie, you really just want to come down about maybe 1.5 to 2 inches, so around two fingers or so. So I'm just going to go ahead and line this up just like so. And now we are ready to press it. So you want to press it 315 for 30 seconds. You want to give it around medium pressure. So you're not pushing hard, but you are giving it some pressure. So we're just going to go ahead and go through here. Now, Cricut does recommend that you flip it over, and I also do recommend, if you are using Cricut Smart Material, it is a little bit thicker, so I do recommend flipping over that t-shirt for another 15 seconds, which I'll show you in just a second. Now, I like to peel the Smart Materials kind of cold, so I let mine cool down. I actually put it face down on my granite countertop, and it cools it down faster. So you're just going to go ahead and peel this at an angle here. And we'll just kind of carefully pull this right off, just like so. So once again, you're just going to go ahead and flip this over, and we're going to go ahead and press from the back for 15 seconds. So it's half of the time. This time we're just pressing, giving some firm pressure. And what you're doing, not really firm pressure, but medium firm pressure. You want to make sure that that HTV is going right into the t-shirt. So you're just heating up those adhesives from the back side. And it's that easy, super easy to use your cell phone with your Cricut machine. And this would be the same if you were using the Explorer or the Maker. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.